Let's catch up on the stocks making headlines, from major investments, deals, order wins, acquisitions, and earnings surprises. Here's a quick look at the stocks in focus on April 2nd. We'll be diving into some interesting moves today.
Absolutely. We've got some potentially interesting intraday movers and shakers to discuss. So let's get started.
First up, we have Bharat Dynamics Limited. The numbers look pretty impressive, don't they?
They do. A turnover of over 3,300 crore rupees, a 40% growth year over year, and export turnover up over 640% year over year. It seems like they are on a roll. That's a huge jump in exports.
Right? Plus, secured orders worth 6,668 crore rupees and an order book position of approximately 22,700 crore rupees. Do you think this growth is sustainable or just a one-off boost?
Well, with such a strong order book, they've certainly set themselves up for continued success. It's like they've got a full plate for the next year. Keep an eye on them as potential intraday movers and shakers.
Next is Ashok Leyland Limited. They've been playing around with their shareholding in Optare PLC. What's the deal there?
They've increased their shareholding to 93% and invested GBP 45 million. I'd say they're doubling down on Optare PLC, signaling strong confidence in its future.
Yeah. So basically, they're upping the ante, like a poker player going all in. Should we add them to our list of potential intraday movers and shakers?
Given their increased investment and control, definitely. This could lead to significant strategic shifts and growth.
Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited is next. They handled a record cargo volume, right?
Yes, 41.5 MMT in March 2025, up 9% year over year. Mundra Port even reached 200.7 MMT, being the first Indian port to cross that mark. They're really moving some volume.
450.2 MMT of cargo in financial year 2025, a 7% increase year over year. The Vishinjam port surpassed 100,000 TEUs too. Are these numbers enough to warrant putting them on our radar as intraday movers and shakers?
Absolutely. The consistent growth and record volume suggest strong operational efficiency and market demand.
Okay, next we have GPT Infraprojects Limited. They won a new contract. How big is it?
It's valued at 481.11 crore rupees for the construction of a bridge over River Rupnaran. Their total outstanding order book now stands at 3,813.44 crore rupees.
That's a sizable chunk of change. So, should we consider adding GPT Infraprojects to our intraday movers and shakers list?
I think it's worth it. Winning such a substantial contract is a solid indicator of growth potential and project execution capabilities.
Let's move on to Vinati Organics Limited. They made an investment in their subsidiary.
Yes, they invested 61 crore 44 lakh rupees in Viral Organics Private Limited. That's a pretty serious chunk of change.
So they subscribed to 6 crore 14 lakh 40,000 equity shares of Viral Organics. This reinforces their commitment to expansion in specialty chemicals, right?
It's a risk, but with high potential. I'd keep them on the potential intraday movers and shakers list.
Next up is CSL Finance Limited. How are they doing?
Their AUM reached approximately INR 1,197 crore rupees, up 16% year over year. They also dispersed INR 145 crore rupees in SME and INR 955 crore rupees in WSL segments. Seems like a steady climb.
They raised debt of INR 550 crore rupees, onboarding 10 new lenders, and they maintain a liquidity surplus of INR 144 crore rupees and CAR of 46%. Should this company make it as one of our intraday movers and shakers? So
the growth in AUM, new lenders, and solid liquidity suggest a healthy financial position, making them a solid contender for the list.
Now let's talk about V2 Retail Limited. I hear their numbers are quite impressive.
They are. Standalone revenue for Q4 financial year 2025 reached 499 crore rupees, a 69% year-over-year increase. That's huge.
Wow, and their same-store sales growth was recorded at 24% for Q4 financial year 2025. So are they on fire or is this a temporary thing?
Well, their full year standalone revenue reached 1,885 crore rupees, a 62% year-over-year growth. Plus, they opened 74 new stores. I think this is a trend. Definitely a possible addition to the intraday movers and shakers.
Next up, Baazar Style Retail Limited, another retail company with impressive numbers.
Revenue growth of 55% year-over-year to rupees 3,456 million in Q4 financial year 2025. They're certainly making strides in the market.
Their total revenue for financial year 2025 reached rupees 13,438 million, up 38% year-over-year. It looks like both V2 Retail and Baazar Style Retail are giving each other a run for their money.
Competition is good for the market. It's like they're racing to the top. Same-store sales growth was 20% for Q4 financial year 2025 and 13% for financial year 2025. Worth putting on the intraday movers and shakers list, right?
Absolutely. Solid numbers across the board.
PNB Housing Finance Limited is next on our list. What's new with them?
They crossed INR 5,000 crore rupees in the affordable segment loan book. That's a significant milestone in their growth.
The retail segment loan book experienced approximately 18% year-over-year growth. Their total loan book has surpassed INR 75,000 crore rupees. What does this tell us about the company's strategy?
They're clearly focusing on accessible housing finance solutions, making homeownership more attainable for a wider audience. Given their growth in the affordable segment, let's keep PNB Housing Finance as a potential intraday mover and shaker.
NBCC India Limited secured a new work order, didn't they?
Yes, totaling approximately rupees 215.63 crore. It's for project management consultancy services for the Central University of Haryana.
And also PMC services for WRPC office demolition and construction in Mumbai. The projects fall within the normal course of business for NBCC, correct?
Correct. It may not be earth-shattering news, but it's steady business. So do we put it on intraday movers and shakers?
It's a reasonable addition as it indicates consistent revenue generation and project execution.
Now, ABB India Limited delivered something for Indian Oil.
They delivered integrated automation for Indian Oil's pipeline network that supports a 20,000 kilometer network transporting oil and gas.
Includes design, engineering, commissioning, and a 10-year service contract. That's a pretty comprehensive package.
It is, and it shows how tech and energy go hand in hand. It features ABB Ability SCADA advantage with cybersecurity on the cloud. Should we add it to the list?
Securing a 10-year service contract makes this a significant development. Let's add them to the list of potential intraday movers and shakers.
How about Bharti Airtel Limited? Any news?
They're expanding core network collaboration with Nokia for 5G services. This is exciting as 5G is the future.
They'll be deploying Nokia's packet core and FWA solutions and will even use GenAI for service orchestration and assurance. A lot of tech buzzwords in there.
Absolutely. It's all about optimizing hardware footprint and reducing operational costs. I think this is a good one to watch out for on our list of intraday movers and shakers.
HCL Technologies Limited got recognized for something, right?
Recognized as a market leader in HFS Horizons Generative Enterprise Services 2025 report. They're making waves in the AI space.
They offer full-stack GenAI solutions, combining domain knowledge and AI engineering, and collaborate with clients and partners to develop GenAI products and services.
And their portfolio includes AI Force, AI Foundry, and AI and Cloud Native Labs. They're really diving into the AI world. HCL Technologies as a potential intraday mover and shaker sounds good to me.
Agreed.
What about Infosys?
They launched an AI-powered stats center in partnership with Formula E. Think of it like Moneyball, but for race cars.
So it provides interactive access to driver and team statistics, offers dynamic stat cards, AI-generated insights, and an AI companion. Sounds like they're adding a tech layer to racing.
Exactly. And they migrated Formula E's central data lake to Google Cloud. It's like giving Formula E a supercharged brain. Let's put them as intraday movers and shakers to watch.
LTIMindtree Limited is next on the list. What have they been up to?
They've partnered with Finia Incorporated for IT infrastructure transformation. They'll provide support and transformation of India's IT infrastructure using AI and automation tools to manage operational risks.
It seems like they're aiming to enable business efficiency and agility through AI-led IT transformation. It's all about making things faster and more efficient.
Definitely worth adding to our potential intraday movers and shakers list.
Barrage Milk Foods Limited is strengthening their product portfolio. With what exactly?
New high protein offerings. They're expanding across their Gargan, Go, Pride of Cows, and Avatar brands.
So, what new products are they introducing?
Chicky, flavored yogurt, high protein paneer, and a whey protein bar, all catering to the rising demand for health focused nutrition. Should this stock be on our intraday movers and shakers?
Definitely. Health and wellness are huge trends right now, and it looks like Parak Milk Foods is strategically positioning itself.
Paris Defense and Space Technologies Limited signed AMOU with Microcon Vision Limited.
Yes, for ISR payloads. It's all about leveraging Microcon's expertise for drones and UAVs. High tech, right?
They'll operate as exclusive partners within India and focus on the design, development, production, and marketing of ISR payloads. So it's a local partnership with a global outlook.
Absolutely. This partnership enhances their capabilities in the defense and space sectors. This sounds like a possible addition to our intraday movers and shakers list.
Next, Reliance Industries Limited is getting into esports.
That's right. Rise Worldwide is partnering with BLast Esports Limited for an esports JV in India.
What's the plan?
They aim to develop market-leading IPs and introduce Blask's global IPs. They'll also host events on the GeoGames platform and seek to accelerate the growth of esports in India. So, should we add it as a possible intraday mover and shaker?
Yes. With the esports market growing rapidly, this venture has serious potential. It's like planting a flag in a booming industry.
Tata Communications got recognized in the Gartner Magic Quadrant.
They've been recognized as a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for global WAN services for the 20th year.
That's quite a streak. What's driving this consistent recognition?
They're focused on transforming network services into an integrated, dynamic network fabric. They've also expanded satellite services and launched IZO, Internet WAN, for predictable internet across 150 plus countries. This shows consistency and foresight. It should go on our list.
I agree.
Focus Lighting and Fixtures Limited secured some new orders. How significant are they?
3 new orders totaling rupees 9 crore 11 lakh 35,157.93. That's a solid boost for them.
The projects are from Marwadi Educare Foundation, Avid AV Technologies, and Light Alive Solutions. So should it be a potential mover and shaker?
It shows they're consistently winning new business, which is always a good sign. Not a game changer, but definitely a positive signal.
Ganesh Benzoplast Limited completed a final settlement payment.
Yes, of rupees 30.78 crore to Morgan Securities. This resolves a prolonged litigation between the two companies.
They made the payment to avoid further interest charges. Is this good news or bad news for the company?
Definitely good news. Resolving legal disputes removes uncertainty and can free up resources for core business activities. Worth the intraday movers and shakers list.
Godavari Power and Ispat temporarily suspended mining operations. What's the reason?
It's due to the expiration of their mining plan approval on March 31st, 2025.
So, how long will the suspension last?
They expect operations to resume in approximately 10 days, pending renewal of the mining plan application. It might affect output slightly, maybe as an intraday mover and shaker.
Given the temporary nature and expected short downtime, let's keep an eye on it, but it's a bit of a gamble.
Indian Hotels Company Limited, IHCL, is doing some internal restructuring.
They transferred their restaurant business from TIHL to SJCH through a reconstruction agreement. It's all about streamlining their operating model.
So the transaction does not have a material financial impact, right?
Correct. It's more about organizational efficiency than immediate profit gains, not really potential movers and shakers.
Agreed.
197 Communications Limited, Paytm, has a new partnership.
They've partnered with GHMC to deploy 400 card machines for property tax collection, making paying taxes easier one machine at a time.
This enables citizens to pay via credit cards, debit cards, and QR codes, and is integrated with the GHMC app to check dues and collect payments instantly. Sounds like a win-win for everyone.
It aims to improve transaction efficiency and reduce payment delays. Sounds good to me. We can place it on intraday movers and shakers.
Thomas Cook India Limited received an order from the Income Tax Department. What's the story there?
A penalty of INR 31 lakh 67,607. It pertains to assessment year 2013 to 14.
Is this going to significantly impact them?
They anticipate no material financial or operational impact. It's a small bump in the road. No need for intraday movers and shakers, I think.
Bunko Products India Limited subsidiary is expanding. Tell me more.
Their subsidiary NRF is expanding production capacity with a new facility in Poland. The facility spans 11,900 meters squared in Panaptoni Park, Gdansk West 2.
It's designed with environmental responsibility, including solar panels, and operations are set to begin at the end of February 2026.
Expanding overseas is always a good sign. Do we think this is one of the potential intraday movers and shakers?
It signals growth and a forward-thinking approach. I think it's a good addition to our list.
GAIL India Limited launched the 10th round of its startup initiative.
That's right, the GAIL Punkt Startup Initiative. They're inviting proposals for equity investment in startups until May 31st, 2025.
The focus areas include natural gas, petrochemicals, energy, and more, with a corpus of rupees 500 crore allocated for the initiative. That's a serious commitment to innovation.
Should we consider adding them as potential intraday movers and shakers?
Yes, companies that invest in innovation and new technologies often see long-term gains.
Last but not least, GRM Overseas Limited launched an advertising campaign with a Bollywood star.
They launched the Hash Rishta Mubarak advertising campaign for 10x Zarda King and named Salman Khan as the brand ambassador. It's all about strengthening brand identity and connection with consumers.
It highlights the role of food in uniting people and celebrating traditions. Does this partnership warrant including them on our potential list?
Well, celebrity endorsements can definitely boost brand visibility and sales. It might be worth keeping an eye on them.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today. Disclaimer, we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions.
Right. And with all these companies showing potential, it's going to be an interesting period to watch how the market reacts. Remember to analyze these companies, do your own research, and not just blindly follow the hype.
Absolutely. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more daily updates on the market. What do you think will be the biggest story to unfold over the next few weeks?
Oh, it's tough to say for sure, but I'm particularly interested in seeing how those high growth retail companies perform. Let's see which of them becomes the champion of this retail race.